Hi, I'm Sechi, writer and story director of Know Your Place in Reality. Question one, how did you react to being asked to be part of this project? It all started with Isaiah, I believe.
I was sort of in it from the very beginning. I put a message in the group chat saying that we should do something over the summer with a short film.
And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. And we got to work from there.
I was really excited, especially since the concept of the film was really intriguing to me. I was so excited to see the final project. So as soon as Seiji asked me if I wanted to co-direct with him, my answer was automatically yes. I was really excited. I don't know if he was excited to have me on his team, but I was really excited.
I was really excited when I found out about the project because I hadn't been a part of a horror film before.
When I was asked to play the role of the mother, I was thrilled, very surprised, and incredibly grateful because I was initially seeking only to be an extra in the film.
I almost said no, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I almost decided that I was going to be too busy to do it. And I'd really never been on a true film set before. Now that I've done it, I'm excited that I did do it. Well, I'm happy that I did do it. But I almost said no, and that would have been awful, I feel like.
Hello, I'm Audrey. I'm the one who is taped to the floor for 4 hours. How did I react to being asked to be a part of this project? I thought it was pretty cool. When my friend, Sechi, who I have known since high school, was like, hey, do you want to work on a film with me? And I thought, okay, cool. This is going to be a bunch of idiot teenagers in a backyard with a camera, probably. So, it was really surprising when I later found out, a month or so after I agreed, that, like, there was going to be, like, actual professionals on set, which was really cool. I'd never been a part of anything like that.
If at all, what intrigued you about this story? Well, I wrote it, so I don't know, I like it. I think my opinion here is kind of irrelevant, heavily biased by the fact that, yes, I did write it. So I'm just gonna let everybody else talk about that.
The part of the story that intrigued me the most was probably, I've never really seen any kind of horror like this. From the horror movies I have seen, I've never seen anything quite like this before. And I think what intrigued me the most is it was just a wild concept that I feel only Sechi could pull off.
I was intrigued by the way the story unfolded rather mysteriously and with some disconnects among some of the characters and some situations which just added to the mystery.
Probably the creativity in it as a whole, the concept of introducing, ooh, that's a spoiler. The concept of having different kinds of creatures within the film, I found that really interesting, and I really enjoyed seeing them come to life when recording.
I was really intrigued in the creatures and how they were going to create those images for the actors.
I thought it was very interesting how
One of the parts that really interested me about the plot was the kind of like foundation aspect to it. The lore and like what they want, and just seeing that from outside of an actor's perspective, because all of that is done digitally, so there was not filming done with the organization aspects, but seeing it in the script and just getting to learn about it and connect it with what we did film and the entities that were involved in filming, and seeing how that connects and kind of getting to explore what it would be like.
When I read this script, I saw how well it was written, and then as I heard how it was going to be portrayed, both on a practical aspect and also from a digital aspect with special effects, etc., I was very intrigued and interested in being part of it.
But I thought at first, like, oh, this is probably going to be dog because it's written by a 19-year-old. No offense, Sechi. But then I actually read it, and it was really interesting, and I liked it. What was my favorite part about working on set. My favorite part about working on set was probably the moments when I wasn't duct taped to the floor. And what was my favorite moment on or off set? My favorite moment on set was when I got to go home after being duct taped to the floor for 4 hours.
My favorite part of working on set after we got kind of some of the bugs out was actually when we were working as a team. I think that the assistant director was very, very essential in keeping that running. Favorite moment was probably some of the scenes we did in the barn, because once I saw how the lighting was turning out for some of the abnormal type lit scenes with red, that was when I was very happy, because that was the first time I'd ever had to light horror.
Getting out of the mask and the suit and standing in front of the fan, it was incredible. The relief was amazing. What was your favorite moment on or off set? Probably relaxing in between shoots and playing Jackbox with the cast.
My favorite part about working on set, honestly, was we had an amazing lighting crew. Oh, we need lights up here. Boom, done 5 minutes. Oh, we need lights down here. Boom, done. Can we shift it a little warmer? Done. Oh, we need this a little higher up. Done. Like, our gaffing crew was so good, and we just had an amazing director. Offset, playing Jackbox with most of the crew. And my other favorite part about working on or offset was realizing that we could adapt to almost anything that was thrown at us, and we did. And us just all kind of coming together and realizing that we can do it, and we got it done.
What was your favorite part about working on set? Probably the special effects. The different things that we did in order to get a specific effect. That was really exciting. The costumes, all of that really just inspired me. But I think those were my favorite parts. That and the locations. I've never been where we filmed, so it was really exciting for me to just get out there and see all of it. I don't know if I can say this. Okay. My favorite moment off of set was every night, Sechi and I would sit together and kind of reflect on the day and what we can do better tomorrow within the next filming day. That was my favorite part, just because I feel like it helped us so much and it helped us connect. So I'm really happy that we did that. Just reflecting on the process that we took afterwards was so helpful and productive.
My favorite parts about working on set were getting to know the creative visions of Seshi, the writer and story director, and Nadia, the acting director. Interacting with V, who played my character's daughter Piper, and trying to provide a realistic portrayal of the strain in the mother-daughter relationship. I also found it fascinating to see the behind-the-scenes work on lighting, angles of shots, creation of costumes, and the personalities and talents of everyone collaborating to bring the story to life in the film.
My favorite times on set were the night shoots. I just loved working in the evening with the lighting and the moon and having to make it all work together. Night shoots are always some of the most fun. One of my favorite moments was just stepping back and watching all of the young students staring into the camera, checking the footage that they just got. And they were so excited, and you could see the passion, and you knew you were working with some future filmmakers at that moment.
My favorite part off set would definitely be Nadia, the co-director, Isaiah, who is like costumes, and I were all staying with Sechi while we were filming, and we had 2 times that really stuck out to me, or just the entire general. Whenever we would get done filming, we would all, like all the people that were at his house would go into the pool, And on the first night, after we had finished moving, we had to get flats. And after we'd finished moving the flats, we hadn't filmed anything that day. The majority of the crew came over to Sechi's, and we all just like chilled in the pool and had everything like relaxed. And it was a good place to like get to know some of the people I didn't know already.
What was your favorite part about working on set? It was when we started running very efficiently. It was really fun seeing everybody who knows what they're doing do what they're good at in an efficient and timely manner. It was really satisfying to be around a level-headed, passionate, talented group of individuals that were all working towards the same goal. That was a really good feeling. And what was your favorite moment on or off of set? Okay, yeah, this one has a pretty big story. So we had 4 days to shoot this movie. I had a 5th day, but I had that day reserved exclusively for reshoots. And on the first day of filming, we didn't get everything done that I wanted to get done, so we had to go back to one of the locations later in the week and finish shooting there. And that was fine. It wasn't much left, and we didn't have anything planned for that evening anyway, so it wasn't gonna take super long, maybe like only 4 or 5 hours. And then as we were pulling up to the barn, one of the locations that we shot at, as we were pulling in, we watched a bird dive bomb the power line and explode. Feathers everywhere, sparks everywhere, and we watched the AC unit and lights of the barn shut off as we were pulling in, seconds before we were ready to park. And I was kind of distraught at this point because we physically couldn't reschedule this because it was the second to last day, and our next day was completely filled. So I was like, okay guys, nobody open the door to this barn unless completely necessary. The way we're gonna do it is that we're just gonna knock out as many shots as we possibly can get until it gets too hot. And then we're just gonna have to wait for the power to come back. And that's what we did. Unfortunately, it came back like after an hour and a half without getting too hot. And we took a break as soon as it did, so that ended up being fine. But that was definitely not the best thing for keeping up high spirits. Definitely not. Are you proud of what you accomplished and excited to see the results? Absolutely.
I'm happy with what I accomplished, especially having no prior acting experience. It was truly a memorable opportunity, and I'm looking forward to seeing how everyone's efforts come together on the film.
Yes, I am really, really excited to see the editing process. I know we made a lot of things the editor's problem and apologized in so much footage for that. But I know that our editor will do great. And I'm really excited to see the final project.
Yeah. I mean, I was the camera operator. I'm excited to see what I filmed. I'm scared too, because if it doesn't look good, I'm gonna partially blame myself. I think everyone's proud of what they accomplished.
Yes, absolutely. I think I did a good job. I think everyone did a good job, and I am excited to see how this turns out.
I'm really proud of everyone who worked on it. I'm especially proud of my friend. You know, we've come a long way. He's come a long way. She's come. You get my point.
And I am so excited to see this film when it comes out. I know it's going to have a lot of creative shots and interesting mystery, and I can't wait to see what it looks like when it's all put together. I'm so excited and thankful I got the opportunity to work on this.